might be the only thing in America that still works.
Yeah.
So I guess everyone must be rooting for you, right?
Almost no one.
Super Bowl 55 is almost here. Tom Brady is back in yet another Super Bowl. I'm here with John Crick, NFL columnist for Post Media Network. John, why do people hate Tom Brady so much? I mean, even SNL made jokes about him this past weekend on their broadcast.
I don't know. I mean, some of that's psychological, I guess. But when you've got the guy who looks perfect, who's got the billionaire wife, right? The all-American family, and he's always nice. He doesn't ever try to say anything controversial.
Guys, hey.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, Tommy. What's
T-Bone.
up? T-Bone. Yeah, don't.
Touchdown, Tommy.
Sorry I'm late. I just got done with some body work.
Yeah, me too.
So some people, just finger down the throat, like the guy's been to so many Super Bowls now that there's just, the teams that, the people who dislike him so much are usually the ones that are in the same division or are losing to the Brady and previously the Patriots until this year.
In a place where they don't like Tom very much, Indianapolis, Denver, Boston, after he just betrayed them and broke their hearts. So Palm Beach.
So, I suppose athletic and competitive jealousy is part of it, but also that, anybody who tries so hard to be Mr. Perfect with, saying everything nicely and never being, I think a lot of us always, look, well, what's behind there, because, nobody's that perfect.
You look a lot like that, Standy. Yeah, it's uncanny.
Him?
Yeah.
That's probably, you know what, Mark, that's probably it. Nobody could be that perfect. And so when there was that Deflategate thing of about 5 years ago, when he was accused and convicted by the NFL in their punishment for having organized and led this means to slightly deflate some footballs before a big game. He denied it and will go to his grave, he said, denying it.
I'm not worried about the air pressure in the ball. That's nerd stuff. That's honestly above my pay grade.
You make $26.5 million a year.
Yeah, is that a lot? Guys, I don't know things.
When that happened, you had all the Brady haters going, see, I told you, he's a cheater. He's not Mr. Perfect anymore. So that's probably where a lot of that came from.
Okay, John, not everybody knows Brady's story, his history in the NFL, how he got his start. Why don't you, but it's quite fascinating. Can you break that down for us? Just how great is Tom Brady and how it all started for him?
Well, he's from a San Francisco suburb, San Mateo, and grew up idolizing Joe Montana and the San Francisco 49ers. Was a baseball star. Actually, was drafted by the Montreal Expos right toward their end of their time there before they the franchise moved to Washington. He was a catcher. So he goes to Michigan, cross country, and he had a tough time there. He backed up Brian Griese when Michigan won the national championship in '97 when he felt like he was the best quarterback, and he was disgruntled, almost transferred. In his last year, it's finally his time, last 2 years, and Michigan had just recruited this guy named Drew Henson. Some Cowboys fans might remember him. He set the high school American record for hitting home runs, and he came in as the #1 recruit in America to Michigan. So suddenly now Brady's got this guy. When he thought after Griese left, it was all his job, he still had to fight. And he had to fight right deep into his last year of starting in Michigan in 1999. But he started pulling off all these huge comebacks. So he goes to the NFL, and he thought because of what he had done late that season, all the wonderful comebacks that he had for Michigan fans, and I'm one, it was amazing, week after week, what he was doing. He came to the New England Patriots as a 6th-round draft pick, 199th player taken that year, and the 6th or the 7th quarterback taken that year. He was like a nobody.
I'm a native Californian. I went to Michigan. Now I play for New England. I'm the quarterback, you moron.
He was so upset by that, and there's been documentaries on how, he cried, walked the neighborhood with his dad talking him off the ledge for 2 days until the 6th round when he was finally taken by the Patriots. He started out as a 4th stringer when they actually had that many quarterbacks back then. And in his second year, after throwing 3 passes as a pro, Drew Bledsoe, who was a superstar at the time, got hurt. and Brady had ascended to number 2 on the depth chart by then, he got his chance. What happened in the 2001 season? It's all storybook ever since. Led them to the Super Bowl. Bledsoe never got his job back. Brady started the Super Bowl, led them to a huge upset victory over Kurt Warner and the Rams. And it's been, well, this is his 10th Super Bowl. No other quarterback has been to 4, I believe, or maybe 5 at the most as a starter. And he has won 6 of the 9 previous Super Bowls. So the previous record is 4. Joe Montana won 4, and everyone thought, oh, that'll never be broken. Well, he's now broken by 50% his mentor's record. So on the field, he is by far the most accomplished NFL quarterback or player ever.
Tom Brady is once again returning to the Super Bowl. Man, between Tom Brady and Joe Biden, what a month it's been for 78-year-old white guys.
John, where, in your opinion, where does what Brady's doing rank against people like Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Wayne Gretzky?
The only player at any high professional level that really is that you could equate that to would be Gordie Howe, the great hockey player, the NHL player who played, I think, 26 seasons in the NHL and 6 more in the 70s in the WHA, and he didn't retire until age 52 in 1980. I don't think Brady's going to make it to age 52 as a quarterback, but he is as iconic as, well, as you said, the Michael Jordans of the NBA, the Gordie Howes and the Wayne Gretzkys and Bobby Orr, for my liking, in the NHL, as great an athlete and certainly as an accomplished pro athlete as we've ever seen.
Don't ever count out Tom Brady then. I guess that's the moral of the story. Thank you, John, for joining us. Read all John's coverage in the Sun papers as well as the National Post. Thanks for watching.